Welcome to Kitchen Table Tangles. I'm Rick.
Hi, I'm Maria, and today I'm going to show you some Tripoli that I've been doing on black tiles and have a lot of fun with this. I don't work on black tiles as often as I should, and I always love it when I do. So this is a great exercise in going back to that simple white on black and then adding a little fun too. So here we're going to go. I'm going to show you the basic foolproof way of doing Tripoli. My way, anyway. And everybody has different ways, but this is my way. And I'm going to show you, I have a piece of scrap paper on the side. Whenever I'm working with a white pen, I have it on the side there so that I could sort of twist my pen and clean the tip off every once in a while. And I find that that helps a lot. So I'm going to put the first triangle down and just really loving that shape. It's more like a pizza slice, I think. My triangles don't have actual straight lines like in a geometric triangle, but they're sort of a fun shape. And when I'm putting one triangle next to the other, I aura that line very carefully, and then the rest of it just kind of goes in all different directions. And the only right-hand line that I have to worry about is the last one. So you can see, here goes my aura, and then any line at all, and any line at all, and one more. And it's this next one that I have to be concerned about. So I aura this line, and then I aura the other side, and then connect the two, and it works every time. Every time.
The idea behind that is don't think about drawing a triangle next to a triangle.
Right.
Focus first on, see that first auraed line, and then you make the triangle from that, or a three-sided shape. So it's more a three-sided shape. It's got curves, but it always has those three sides, and you focus on auraing one of the adjacent lines first.
So once we have all the triangles down that we want to put down, we're going to start to fill them with fragments. And this is a real simple one. It's adding like petal shapes that go alongside each side of the triangle shapes. So it's a pretty easy fill.
Corner to corner.
Corner to corner. And they just go together so elegantly, and look how pretty they are. They even look nice just like that. But I'm going to add sort of a little pearl shape in the middle, like it's in the middle of a clam shell or an oyster shell, right? An oyster shell. And then we'll work with that. This is so beautiful. I love Tripoli, and I use it often. It fills up a section pretty quickly, and it's always a surprise as to where it goes. I love this.
So let's start another tile and explore a little bit more and just
see where this goes.
See where it goes. Again,
so watch how I go around the top there, almost like I'm creating a whole different shape just to give it some character.
But always with that aura.
And don't be afraid to get to have your triangles not equilateral all the time. Give them some shapes and different unexpected things, and you can practice that on different things. But don't be afraid to see where I'm going with this. It's an unexpected shape, and it's going in different directions.
But one of the things you'll notice that she does with all of the triangles is that the gap between them is pretty consistent. So that lends this overall color to the Tangled Tripoli.
Yeah, you don't want your gap to be too big because you're going to lose the continuity of the design. So I'm starting with another fragment that's kind of fun. And if you watch my pen closely, I'm letting up on the pen as it gets to the middle, so it's giving me a little bit of the opposite of a highlight here with the black, and it's just a matter of how you put your lines down. It's a great exercise in focus.
So I don't know if they still have these, but it looks like those corn bugle chips. Remember
Bugles.
those,
I
right?
remember that. Do they still even make
I don't
those?
know.
They were actually pretty good.
That's what they look like.
Yeah. I can hear them crispy.
Yeah.
So there's that little, what is it, like an eyeball shape in there. That's kind of cool. It looks like like you're looking down through one of those megaphones. How fun is that? So these are fragments we see on page 120 of the primer, the Zentangle primer.
Yeah, so the last one we did, and I think we show it later, is the first one we did was B12, and this one is F16. For those of you who have a Zentangle primer, you know what we're talking about.
So here we go. We're finishing up on this part of it, and look how pretty they are. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to pick up a Sakura coloring brush and adding a little bit of gray. It's the koi brush, and adding gray to the sides of each one of these little megaphones. Is that what they're called? Megaphone?
Bugles.
Bugles.
Little cartoon telescopes.
Yeah. And you can see it just adds a little bit of three-dimensionality and interest. I love working with these brush pens.
And it layers, so if you put on one coat and it dries, you can go back over it and add darker.
So with my General's one wonderful white chalk pencil, I'm putting a highlight down the middle. Just one stroke. It's just such an easy way to add a beautiful highlight. Look at that. How easy is that? So these are some
Hold on a sec here.
General pencils.
Kimberly watercolors.
Kimberly watercolors, and I got like a yellowy orange color here, and I'm just with it on the side. I'm adding some film. You can see it. It almost looks gauzy, and I just thought I'd put some character back there, adding a little like a verdigris color here on top.
So you can sort of see the texture of the paper.
Yeah.
It's just picking the high spots there.
How fun is that? I love working with these pencils. And they're actually watercolor pencils, so if you wanted to, you could go in with a brush and add water to it. But I think I'm just going to leave these the way they are because it looks so cool. Now I'm going in with a graphic one, a micron black graphic one, and I'm drawing right on top of that colored pencil to add another look here. It's so fun to do these layering techniques. So you can see again, I'm putting the triangles down. The first line down is auraing the triangle next to it, and
then you think about the triangle.
Right.
So just when you put that down, just think about that first line.
And then go to the where you want to go next, and here, there you go. Look at that. That's so cool.
Fun. And there again, she's wrapping around the corner there. That cool little technique.
So once we get all of these down, we're going to try, I think I'm going to just do half of this.
Which is a really cool thing, you know.
Yeah.
You don't have to fill up every section.
So if you think about the little petal shapes we did on the first tile, I'm only putting 2 petal shapes. Look at that. And
Or one.
Or one, yeah. And then going back and putting those little pearl shapes in there, and it still looks exactly like I put 3 down. It's so funny. But when I find I use this technique with the 2 when the tiles, when there's not a lot of room, and you don't want everything to get black. You want things to show through. So I'm going in, putting a little highlight with the white jelly roll. Look at how cool that is. It's sparkles.
Great contrast.
Oh, so neat. It almost looks like little eyes in a dark room, right? Little bug eyes. Cat eyes. So I'm going to add just a little bit of the red colored pencil and just on one side. Look at, see it. And let your mind figure out what's on the other side. A little bit of a sophisticated look.
And it doesn't have to be that precise to get a really awesome effect.
How cool. And I'm just going to sign it. You can see every once in a while I'll take the pen and wipe it on the page, or even just on my fingers. I'm just sort of do that.
Well, I think it's also picking up the watercolor
Yeah,
pencil a bit
yeah.
too.
So I love this tile. Don't you like those kind of?
I think this is awesome.
I'm going to give my my signature here a little bit of shading. Bring it out a little. And there we have it. That didn't take too long. This is so cool. I love this.
So there's that one.
Yeah. And then
I think we went back and
no, it's a different one. Look at.
yeah, that's a different
Oh,
one,
I
just a
love
different
that.
effect.
So I added some white charcoal pencil around the circles in the middles, and just sort of shaded that in. And then I went in after with some green, like a bright green, blue-green, and added highlights.
Yeah, so this is the page in the primer where we got those fragments from. So that was page 120, and you can see on B12, Maria's pointing to it on the
I'm trying to point to the book,
screen.
yeah. And
F16.
great.
Cool. So
Have fun.
thanks for hanging out. We'll see you soon.
Bye.